Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be doing exercise 2.1. It's very easy. We have to find number of zeros, and it's very easy. I told you in the introduction, if this is a graph, number of times it cuts the x-axis or touches it is the amount of zeros, and that is what they asked us to find in the question also. Find the number of zeros in each case. It's very easy. Since this does not touch the x-axis anywhere, it has no zeros. Let's note that down. No zeros. In the second one, it touches the x-axis only once. So 1 0. In the third one, it touches the x-axis thrice. So 3 zeros. Fourth one 2 times. It's a very easy exercise. The smallest one I've ever seen and the easiest one also. This has 4 zeros and this has 1 2 3. Touches the x-axis 3 times. So 3 zeros. So let me just make it more clear. X-axis is the sleeping line or the horizontal line. Number of times it touches is the x-axis. It doesn't touch this anywhere. Here it touches the x-axis only once. Here it touches it thrice. Here twice. Here 4 times and here 3 times. So that is what the answers are. Moving on to exercise 2.2. This is also a very small exercise. Let's start. The first question, we have to find the zeros of x square minus 2x minus 8. So I don't think I explained this in the introduction. Let's start off with finding the zeros of the quadratic polynomial. I'll explain how now. So first we are going to multiply the x coefficient with the last constant. So what is the x coefficient? It's 1. 1 into 8. So 8 will be the coefficient. Let's write that on top. And let's write that over here. And circle it. Actually, you don't have to do that. I'm just going to write 8 and circle it. We have to see to it that two numbers which are divisible, which are factors of 8, add up or subtract to give minus 2x. With that, we can factorize it. This is the factorization method and it is very easy. So now we got 8, right? Let's just note down all the factors. 1, 8, 2, 4. That's it, right? So let's see if 4 and 2 can give the desired answer. Of course, right? Minus 4x plus 2x equals minus 2x. That's what we are going to be using. So we'll be using minus 2 and 4. We are going to write this as x square minus 4x plus 2x minus 8. So here the main thing kicks in. You just have to take what is common. So here one x is common and here this x is common. So you take x common and you'll get x minus 4. Here you should take plus or minus and get the same thing in this bracket over here also. When you take this thing as common, the other term as common, let's consider these two terms only for this only for these type of questions. So we get plus 2 and it will become x minus 4. So it's gonna be x plus 2 into x minus 4. This is what you take. You take this and this as two terms here. And now equals to 0, right? Because it always equals 0. You can erase this now. So it will be x plus 2 equals 0 and x minus 4 equals 0. So x is equal to minus 2 and x is equal to 4. These are the answers. So in an equation, you consider this alpha and you consider this beta. And we also need to verify this equation. And to verify, we need to know these two formulas. That alpha plus beta equals minus b by a and alpha beta equals c by a. Right, guys? So this is alpha and this is beta. When you add them, you get minus 2 plus 4 equals 2. So let's see. First, let's do alpha plus beta. that is minus 2 plus 4. So minus b by a equals minus 2 plus 4. Let's substitute b and a. You get minus of minus 2 and a is just 1. So minus 2 plus 4 is 2. These minuses cancel. 2 is equal to 2. Therefore LHS equals RHS. Now let's test it out with alpha beta 2, that is c by a. And you know what c by a is? Minus 8 by 1. So alpha into beta is minus 2 into 4. So c by a equals minus 2 into 4. That will be minus 8 by 1 is equal to minus 8. Minus 8 equals minus 8. Therefore you just got to write this. Therefore LHS equals RHS down. Hence proved. This is the first question. Let's move on to the second one. So in the second sum, it is 4s square minus 4s plus 1. This is a very easy sum. And for these kind of sums, you have to use identities, guys. First, we'll be using the a minus b square identity, that is a square plus b square plus 2 minus 2ab. Because as you can see, this looks similar to it. This will be a square, this will be b square, and this will be minus 2ab. You should actually check for these at the start of the sum. That will make these a lot easier, and it will become 2s minus 1 square. So it will be 2s minus 1 equals 0 and 2s minus 1 equals 0. So s is equal to half and s is equal to 1 by 2. This will be the answer. And also, since both the zeros are same, it has only one zero. You find the let me also explain a small topic over here to find whether an equation has a zero or not. So to find if a polynomial has a zero, it's very easy. You just have to use the formula b square minus 4ac. Yes, that's it. So if b square minus 4ac is equal to 0, then it has only one zero. If it is greater than 0, then it has two zeros. If it is lesser than 0, no zero. This applies only for quadratic polynomials. Getting back to the sum. Now we're gonna be doing the verification. So let me just put the heading here. Alpha plus beta equals minus b by a, right? So what alpha plus beta? So half plus half equals minus of minus 4 by 4. So half plus half is 1. This equals 4 by 4. 1 equals 1. Therefore LHS equals RHS. I'm gonna be doing the same for alpha beta equals c by a. What is c by a? 1 by 4. And alpha beta is half into half. Half square. So it will be 1 by 4 equals 1 by 4. Therefore LHS equals RHS. This sum is verified. Moving on to the next sum. What is it? 6x square minus 7x minus 3. So as you can see, in the question it was 6x square minus 3 minus 7x. I just moved this here and this over here so that it will be easier for us. So what is 6 into 3? That is 18. So 18 factors can be 9 and 2. That is what we are going to be using. 6x square minus 9x plus 2x minus 3. So 2x will be, if I take 3x as common, 2x minus 3. And if I plus 1, it will be 2x minus 3 because 2 and 3 has nothing in common. So 3x plus 1 into 2x minus 3. I forgot to add equals 0 here, even over here. Yes. For everything we have to write equals 0. This equals 0. We are gonna need that space for verification also. So 3x plus 1 equals 0, 2x minus 3 equals 0, x is equal to 3 by 2 and x is equal to minus 1 by 3. So let's verify it now. Alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a. Alpha beta is equal to c by a. What is minus b by a? Minus of minus 7 by 6. And here minus 3 by 2. Sorry, minus 3 by 6. So minus 1 by 2. So this will be minus 1 by 3 into 3 by 2. You cancel these, you get 1 minus 1 by 2 equals minus 1 by 2, and over here 1 by minus 1 by 3 plus 3 by 2, that it will be 6. This will be minus 2 and this will be 9. 7 by 6. So this will also be 7 by 6 equals 7 by 6. Therefore LHS equals RHS. This sum is verified. Let's move on to the fourth sum. 4u square plus 8u. So as you can see in this sum, there is no c. So this is going to be very easy. We are going to take 4u as common, then you get 4u plus 2u. Sorry, you take 4u as common, you get u plus 2 equals 0, and you get 4u equals 0, and u plus 2 equals 0. Because since there is no c, you just have to take one number as common. Okay, remember this. When there is no c, take one number of common. It will be easily done. These kind of sums are very easy, but don't confuse with not having c as b, because general form will be ax square plus bx plus c. This is the general form of polynomials, form of a quadratic equation. So this is the general form of a quadratic equation. You have to remember that. I'm gonna just put this over here because we have to remember it. And we'll get 4u. U is equal to 0 in this one, and that u is equal to minus 2 in this one. So alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a. Alpha beta equals c by a. C by a is 0. 0 by 4. So alpha into beta, right? 0 into minus 2. 0 equals 0. Over here 0 minus 2 equals, what is minus b? Minus 8 by 4. Minus 2 equals minus 2. You just cancel these. Therefore LHS equals RHS. This sum is verified. Moving on to the fifth sum. What's it gonna be? T square minus 15. These sums are extremely easy. T square minus 15 equals 0. So t square is equal to 15. Just send that 15 that side. T is equal to plus or minus root of 15. Because you know root 15, because in order to get this, it can be plus or minus. Because when you do 3 square, you get 9. And when you do minus 3 square also, you get 9. See, that's why root of 9 can be plus or minus root 3. So that you get two solutions. The two solutions are t is equal to plus root 15 and t is equal to minus root 15. These are the two solutions you're gonna get. Now let's verify them. This verification, even if it is not given, it's better if you do it. because it will be easier for you. You will not make mistakes after verification. So we don't have b, it will be 0. Root of a is 1. Root of 15 minus root of 15, this is positive. They cancel each other out. 0 equals 0. And alpha beta equals c by a, right? C is 15, a is 1. So c is minus 15, a is 1. This is root of 15 square and minus sign. You see this minus sign over here, right? This minus sign, that we can take it out and divide. It will be 15. So it will become minus 15. Minus 15 is equal to minus 15. Therefore, LHS equals RHS. Just showing what I did over here. Root 15 into minus root 15, right? I just took 15 as common. So root 15 square. I am going to show the same, you will get the same thing, because if you send this here, minus 15 will be the answer. So what is the sixth sum? Moving on to the sixth sum. 3x square minus x minus 4. 3x square minus x minus 4. So what is 3 into 4? 3 into 4 is 12, right? It will you get 4x and 3x. You know 4x. You know minus 4x plus 3x is equal to minus x. That's what we're going to be doing here. 3x square minus 4x plus 3x minus 4. So I'm just going to send this here and write them a bit differently. Plus 3x minus 4x. So equals 0. Equals 0. Sorry. So 3x will be common. Then you get x plus 1. Here minus 4 will be common. You get x plus 1. 3x minus 4 and x plus 1 equals 0. Equals 0. X is equal to 4 by 3. X is equal to minus 1. So let's verify them now. So alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a. Alpha beta is equal to c by a. What is minus b by a? Minus of minus 1 by 3. Alpha plus beta, right? 4 by 3. What is minus 1? Minus 3 by 3. Because you know minus 1 is equal to 3 by 3, that will cancel each other in 1. You can write 1 as whatever you want, because it is one whole. So you get 1 by 3 here and 1 by 3 here. And for alpha beta you have minus 4 by 3 on this side. And you have 4 by 3 into minus 1 on this side. Therefore minus 4 by 3 equals minus 4 by 3. Therefore LHS equals RHS, and we are successfully done with the first Roman. For the second Roman, the basics we need is this formula. What we are going to be needing for the second Roman entirely is this formula. So in the second Roman, what they are going to give you is alpha plus beta and alpha beta. So product of zeros, sum of zeros and product of zeros. We are going to be using this formula, and this k can be anything. Just in case alpha plus beta is equal to 3 by 4 and alpha beta is equal to 1 by 4, you can take k as 4 and multiply the entire equation with 4. So you get 3x and 1 minus 1 or plus 1, whatever it is. That's why this k is up here. If I do a sum, you'll understand it very easily. So let's take our first numbers. 1 by 4 and minus 1 are the alpha and beta. 1 by 4 minus 1. So alpha beta is equal to minus 1. Alpha plus beta is equal to 1 by 4. So I'm going to be using the formula k x square. Let me just change the color of it. So x square minus 1 by 4x plus alpha beta is minus 1. You know, right? I just used this formula. Let me just paste it here. And I'll have a spare too because I can use it for the next question. So minus 1 by 4x. So I'm gonna take k as 4. X square minus 1 by 4x, and I'm gonna make this 1 minus 1. So 4x square minus x minus 4. This will be the answer for the first question. Next, for the second question, alpha plus beta equals, and alpha beta equals, let's see what it is. Root 2 and 1 by 3. So k x square minus root 2x plus 1 by 3. 3 x square minus root 2x plus 1 by 3. Because the denominator is 3, I'm going to take that as 3. Example, the denominators are different, 2 by 3 and maybe 3 by 2. You got to take the LCM of this and then multiply it with that. So that's how you do it. 3x square minus 3 root 2x plus 1 will be your answer. I think we have 5 questions, right? Yes. We have 6 questions. Next question is 0 comma root 5. Next one is 0 comma root 5. Alpha plus beta is equal to 0. Alpha beta is equal to... Wait. Is that 0 comma root 5? Yes. They're the sum and products respectively. So let's just substitute them in the equation. We get k into x square minus 0x plus root 5. That is k into x square plus root 5. Because since there is no denominator, we're gonna take k as 1. X square plus root 5. That's gonna be the equation. So moving on to the fourth one. Alpha plus beta. Alpha beta. Let me just move this here. Minus 1 by 4. Sorry. 1 comma 1 is the next one. 1 1. So let's substitute it. K x square minus 1 x plus 1. So k will be 1, x square minus x plus 1. X square minus x plus 1 will be the answer. Very simple one, right? We just have to substitute the values in the formula, that's all. So I forgot to show the sums. You can note them down or take a screenshot. This is the second Roman. Let me just draw a box around this. Come on, Mano, that's a perfect rectangle. Wait, I forgot to enable the feature. Oh no. So this is the formula we're going to be requiring. We just have to substitute it, that's all. Second Roman is that easy. Minus 1 by 4 and 1 by 4. Minus 1 by 4. 1 by 4. Substituting the formula. k x square minus 1 by 4 minus of minus 1 by 4 x plus 1 by 4. So it will be k x, we'll take k as 4, x square plus 1 by 4x plus 1 by 4. That is x square plus x plus 1. Here it's minus and here it's plus, so we don't have to get confused. So what is the sixth sum? With this we'll complete 2 exercises, 4, 1. So alpha plus beta is 4, alpha beta is 1. So let's substitute the formula. X square minus 4x plus 1. K will be 1. X square minus 4x plus 1. X square minus 4x plus 1. That is the answer, guys. So that's it. Thank you for watching. You can take a screenshot of the fifth sum and the sixth sum. And this will be the first Roman. You can also note it down. And this will be the exercise 2.1. Thank you for watching, guys. Have a good day and all the best if you have an exam.